me
Alright.
take it.
Welcome everybody to session 6 of D&D A.A.N.E. Last time we left our adventurers, you guys had made it into Deep Rock. You met some crystal dude who was forced to join your party after you all were arrested because you were found with the mask of Hoya de la Raza on your possession.
I'm not a crystal dude.
But yeah, I just stopped caring what you were. So
Figures to be
you
Chris,
guys
yep.
were
Welcome back, Chris.
brought into the bottom. I'm talking now. So you should stop talking, I think.
No.
So you guys were brought into the chambers of King Blackhand, who you found is basically an invalid. And you've basically been sort of exploring the city, thanks to your friendly guide, Reyna. You found out some things. The city has a lot of poor, a lot of secrets it's trying to hide. And you found out that the source of the magic is probably coming from the 32nd floor, which is the floor currently only occupied by the Expedition Legion as they try to fight against unending hordes of monsters. So you, I believe, when we last left off, you were speaking with a couple members of the Expedition Legion who said, actually, I don't know if they were the ones who suggested, I think Reyna was the one who suggested you might want to go try talking to the Reach, which
Yes.
is basically the criminal undercity that's ironically above the city.
And we also did find out that there's possibly another gem of Hayden Ryken somewhere.
Yes, we did potentially.
We
figure
went
that
running
out.
around for that and probably confused the fuck out of a lot of people.
Yeah. You also lost a lot of money on, frivolous shit.
Oh, and Waylon went dumpster diving.
Yes, I went dumpster diving for magic dust.
Yes, that was a thing.
He went dumpster diving for angel dust.
So, we will pick it back up at that point. If anyone have anything they want to do before the night ends, because I believe when we last left off, it was super late at night.
I need to pick up my armor before we go anywhere.
You're
Your
asleep.
armor, I believe, was supposed to be a day or two that was going to take to have it fully completed.
Yeah, this is
So we'll
true.
pick it up right now. Plus, it's also,
you-
again, like 10 o'clock at night, so store's
Plus,
not
you're
open.
already past the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. That's also, I guess, the most important factor.
The problem is, if we go down there, I won't have my armor. And I would really like to have armor.
Well, we're probably going above first. Probably going
You
up.
stay in the back anyways.
Yeah, that's true. But
Only
now
damage
Chris
will be
likes
coming
sees an
from me.
opportunity.
You'll be fine.
Now we're gonna find out I have too much healing for this party.
Oh, I do have 17 AC without my armor on, so yeah.
You're
You'll be-
fine.
I say we just go rest for the night, and then in the morning have Reyna take us to
Reach.
Undercity, or Overcity, I guess, in this case.
It's called The Reach, is the
The Reach. Yeah.
organization. Alright, so you guys are going to head back. You all had rooms set up for you in the palace ahead of time.
Which I didn't take.
Mm-hmm.
I have my
The rest of
own.
you still going there.
I'm
Yeah.
still going there.
Okay.
I'm being carried by Thrax, so I'm going wherever he's going.
You're already in bed, I believe.
Yeah,
they just
we-
put you
we-
straight to bed.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
made up our minds that me carrying you unconscious over our shoulders when we went to go see people would be sketchy as fuck.
They just be like, you're not even trying to be subtle about this, are you? Most people prefer to do their date rapes in private, but you clearly just gonna carry it out for the whole world to see. Okay.
Chris!
Yes.
Rape jokes, no.
Okay.
Okay, I'm passed out in bed. I'm sleeping.
Everyone else outside of Rhino going
Huh?
there? Rhino Man?
Rylith? My guy?
Rhino Man?
You will forever be known as Rhino Man. I'm sorry.
That's fine, as long as, well, I'm still gonna call Chris's other character, Carnegie anyway.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to
I'm not
my
going.
room.
Well, I'm going to my room, but I'm not going to the Reach.
Alright, if anyone is going to the palace and you're sleeping there for the night, I need a perception check from you.
Alright.
On the way there? Or
I'm going there, but I'm not going to sleep since I don't sleep.
Oh
Anybody-
god.
Anybody who's resting there.
Well,
I'm gonna try to find
So
people
Hope's-
to play
you're-
chess
Hope-
or cards or something all night.
Hope you're going to be taking like a -5 since you're still pissed out drunk.
Yeah, I'm still getting 15 now.
yeah, that's still.
13.
I got a fucking 4.
I
I
rolled
have a
a
-5
2.
and I almost rolled a best.
Wasn't expecting them to be this collectively low.
That's because I'm not there.
I have a passive of 24. That is at all helpful.
Okay. The night goes by.
And you're all dead.
No. Completely as normal. Al, you eventually catch notice of a couple members of the guard who seem to be scurrying around rather frantically.
I'll flag one down and ask what's going on.
Nothing's going on. Just go back to your game, sir. Yes.
Knight to E4. No, really, what's going on?
Nothing's going on, sir. You see, he's kind of looking around to see like if other guards are giving you any signs for anything like that. Just making sure all the windows are locked over here. Yes, that's locked right. Good. Just tighten it a little bit more. There we go.
No, and I've been around for 300 years. I can tell when something's happening. Just tell me what it is. We can deal with it. It's fine.
Nothing. There's certainly not been an attempted assassination. If you hear that from anybody, it is a bold-faced lie.
What actually happened is the queen has lost her dildo.
Just tightening the windows. Did you know how much it costs to heat a palace like this, even though we're under the ground, thus everything's very cold?
Yeah, I thought this far down everything was pretty much the same temperature at that point.
44 degrees.
Oh, what do you know?
Only what I've read in books. This is as deep as I've ever been.
Well, that's all that's happening, so please carry back with your game, and ignore that this conversation ever happened because I need to check upstairs to again make sure all the windows are tightly closed.
And the king is still alive.
Yes.
Well,
There's no reason he wouldn't.
you do that. Mate in 3 moves. I'm going to go check on the rest of my party. Excuse me. Hey guys, someone totally did just try to kill the king.
Chris, you should roll a luck roll
There.
to see if he lost to himself in his chess game.
Who am
They
I
are playing anybody?
He was playing himself.
Are you?
I thought I was looking for someone to play with. But,
Okay, I mean, you could find somebody. I didn't know if you actually purchased the game by yourself.
okay, I assume there are like people up at all hours in the.
Oh yeah,
house.
there's always
Damn! I wanted him playing with himself. Okay.
no robot masturbation.
I'm a robot. I can't do that anyway. So yes. Hey guys, don't mean to interrupt your sleep. But someone totally didn't try to kill the king just now. Just thought you should know that.
Bucket before we go.
Oh, that's very good. Thank you. I'll go back to sleep then.
Which of course means someone just tried to kill the king and the guards are in an uproar. So
Thrax will stumble out
Keep
of his
it-
room.
But you just said that no one tried to kill the king.
just what the guard told me. So of
Well,
course,
why aren't you trusting the guards?
because I have an insight check higher than 2.
What is an insight check, sir?
Were the other guards freaking out, or was it just that
Oh,
guard?
yes. No, quite a few guards were freaking out.
But your perception check only revealed 1.
Then what the hell are we going to do?
Bucket.
Well,
Look.
whatever has happened is already done with. I suppose we could look around to see if the assassin is still in the area, but that might make us more suspicious.
It
I
was,
could ask the king if I could set up traps around his room.
No,
it was me all along.
Back to sleep it is. Okay.
I'll help you look around if you want.
Do I know it's about like 2:30ish in the morning, basically. You guys have only had about half your sleep.
Hey, look, I would love to help out with this. I really would. But how can I put this delicately? The king could drop dead at any moment because he's old.
How do we know this assassin wasn't helping him?
he's probably not even 200 yet. He's prime of his life.
Did they actually say they were assassinating the king? I imagine there are other people of importance.
I imagine there are other people of importance.
I imagine there are other people of importance.
I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people of importance. I imagine there are other people No, no one as important, I'm sure.
My point being,
As it's just Raina's fucking head sitting on a pike outside your room. You're like, no one of importance died, I believe.
No, well, she's not as important as the king, but important.
The king is a dead man in a goddamn couch bed at this point. How much
My
value would
point
there be in
being-
assassinating a dead guy?
I would like to note, if you're having this conversation, you do understand from what you had before, the king still has final decision in basically everything that happens in Deep
Yeah.
Rock. He's invalid. He looks like shit and that he's dead, but he's still the one that all the decisions go through.
right. But my point being that while I recognize the importance of keeping him alive, I have a meeting with people in the morning. I'd like to sleep.
I'll go with I can't sleep right now anyways. Can I get like a
You got
sailor
extra sleep
solution with,
already.
like,
You got to sleep for a couple hours earlier, so yeah, you with the robot.
I'll go too. It's not like I'm any more pleasant with more sleep.
Ekman's just snoring.
Can't believe I'm siding with the crazy Dragonborn.
You've
Okay,
actually
so-
done that a lot.
Who is going to go exploring?
Not me.
I
Hello.
I'm not there.
So it's Al and Thrax
And
And-
hope.
or and hope.
and Hope. Okay. You guys wake up. What are you going to do?
Well, Al's the one who saw where they were going, so
Well, I assume at this point they've secured the king. So how about a quick patrol around the perimeter, see if anything is suspicious.
Sounds good.
I could stealth ahead just in case.
Okay. So you guys are just going to walk around the palace?
Pretty much.
I will walk like 20 feet ahead and in stealth in case something appears.
Alright, give me a stealth check, and then give me a perception check.
Whoosh.
Alright, it's very late out, but there's a lot of movement within the palace itself. Not all that shocking considering what you seem to have learned. You don't see anybody outside of the occasional guard kind of looking around, confused at the outside of the palace before running back inside. No one seems to notice you, though.
What could I roll like a nature to see if I find any tracks that someone might have overlooked?
Sure.
I'm not sure. Blah.
You just see a lot of footprints, but mostly dwarven ones.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the others then. And, aside from the main commotion going on, I don't notice anything in particular that seems out of place.
Hey, we should get some more information as to what's going on.
Yeah, if we can find out where this attempted assassination happened, we might be able to learn more. And considering the king being in the state he is, it's most likely in his chambers. And we're not getting in there now if there's been an assassination attempt.
Whatever has happened is likely over at this point. We should probably just.
Actually, I'm going to
Go back to
quickly
this.
check my backpack. Is my gem reacting in any way?
Nope.
Okay.
I want to note that now.
Actually, give me a perception check, Hope.
I got kicked in the testicle.
I feel
Ow!
like the gem's not as vibrant as it used to be, necessarily.
Huh.
It's a little dull. Might be bad lighting.
I have dark vision though. Well, not dark vision, low light. So I should be able to tell.
That would it matter about the light reflected off of it?
I will note that now that they've warned me about a possible assassination attempt, I'm sleeping by the door with my trap kit.
Actually, now that I notice the gem is looking slightly more dull, I'm gonna try and squeeze it to get the effect out of it and see if the effect feels less potent.
You do it for the endurance boost.
Yeah, because I'm still slightly hungover, so the endurance boost will help me.
No, you feel better. Same as before. That surge of vitality kind of goes through you.
Sweet, instant saline solution.
Again, it only lasts for a little bit, and then you kind of. Well, I mean, you don't go back to feeling shitty, but it does wear off.
Yeah, I'll take anything that helps at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what should we do now, lads? Do we keep looking around? Do we want to try and see what happened around the king's chambers?
Which way were the guards headed?
Oh, they were securing all the windows.
Does question? Anybody here? Does Martin sound quiet? Because he sounds like he's far from his mic to me.
Doesn't sound quiet
Okay.
or
I
echoey.
He just sounds far from his mic to me.
It could just be that I'm talking quieter than normal.
That's fine. I was just wondering.
Wait, hang on.
Your mic
Oh,
wasn't
no.
plugged in, was it?
No, it was plugged in. It just fallen down.
That's better.
Okay.
There we go.
And there's no background noise.
Yeah, that was my computer fan.
I say we at least keep looking around, see if we can find any guards who can actually tell us anything about what happened.
Alright, who are you going to go try to talk to then?
Who was the name of the guy we met at the party who refused to help the poor district?
I think you're talking about Braithen, who's the right-hand man of the king.
Yeah.
That's probably higher up in the chain than you want to go. You want to guard low enough we can intimidate, but high enough to know something.
High enough, low enough, I can intimidate.
Intimidation makes him hostile.
I like that there's just been an assassination, and your plans thus far have been to sneak around trying to figure things out, and to then go threaten guards.
Tell me what happened or I break your fucking neck.
Or whatever method of persuasion you're most adept at, Thrax.
Alright, give me a... You guys go looking. And give me... one of you just give me a base streetwise. Just a simple streetwise.
Oh. What do I even have to that? +2.
Fuck it.
Are we gonna end up in some shitty store again? Probably.
Though with these rolls, you might not make it out of your rooms.
You wake up Beckman, he actually has.
Oh, I have the highest.
I think
you
I
guys
have the highest.
You guys are looking around. I just need something like relatively good. You guys are looking around. You actually see Braithen outside of the king's chambers, and he looks like he's kind of telling a guard to go off and do something as he's looking over a couple files.
Ah, Braithen, my good man. You have time for a game of chess, by chance?
Does it appear as though we're in such a state that chess would be my time killer?
Well, the guards tell me that no one has assassinated the king, and certainly nothing of any importance is going on. So you clearly have time for chess. Is that not the case?
It is quite true that no one has assassinated the king.
He said
I
tried.
tempted.
That's very good.
Has
And
someone-
it's also very good that all the windows are now securely locked.
as they should have been.
Did someone try to sneak in?
Yes, there has been a little bit of a break-in. It is a most unfortunate situation, but it's something that we're currently handling as best we can.
They only stole our Skittles.
Those bastards. But if
don't-
there's any way we can be, if there's any way we can be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I believe you are here for your own matters. I'm sure that this is something that Deep Rock can handle on its own. I wouldn't want to pull you away from your important work.
I actually kind of want to redeem myself for bringing in the famed mask of a revolutionary.
It's curious you mentioned that, young lady.
It's been stolen.
That mask was stolen today, along with the message written above our king's bed from Poya de la Rosa herself saying that he's next.
Wait, what?
Crap.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna pull the guys aside.
Somebody ask how the person knew it was even here.
Did someone see anything? Wouldn't happen to look like a figure disappearing into shadow.
No, we didn't see anything. By the time we heard the commotion came inside the room, there was no
Who
trace.
all knows the mask was even here?
Thank you.
Lots of the gods knew. Made a big hubbub at the entrance about it.
We did
And you-
determine there was nothing magical about the mask, right?
Yeah.
There was nothing magical about the mask.
Okay. There's no magical GPS on it.
Well, it just means that somebody here
Yeah.
knew.
Did
Where to
only the
steal.
guards know? The guards and us, were we the only ones who knew?
Where was the mask kept? Actually.
Mask was being kept in the Majesty's room for a day or so until we figured out best to dispose of it.
And the only ones who have access to that would be the higher guards. The King's Guard, if I'm not mistaken.
He's gonna pull you. He's gonna open the door to the king's room and let you look inside for a moment, and you're going to see, written above the king's bed, is carved into the wall. You're next. These atrocities will not stand. And then you can see there's clearly one window that's wide open.
How big is the window?
It's probably about maybe 10 feet tall.
Okay, so a normal person would be able to fit through. It's not like a dwarf-sized window.
No,
Okay.
no, it's like a giant extravagant window.
I'm actually going to examine the handwriting. Is it like very cursive and fine handwriting, or is it very rough?
Trying to think of a appropriate font and word to compare it to. No,
Comic Sans.
Yeah, it's like hard over the eye. No, it's rough but succinct.
Okay.
Chris Bucket
It
busting out the
doesn't look like
source.
some illiterate crap.
No,
Okay.
but it's not as though attention was made to make it very, serif.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna... Does anyone have a notebook? We should copy this down exactly the way it's written. No? Okay.
Good enough.
Al, do you have, like... Can you store this in your memory banks or something?
It's not a gas.
Sure. Click.
Click. I'm gonna post this to my Instagram now.
4x8 of that.
It is now on
No,
the.
you might have
It's,
photographic memory.
it's now on my Facebook wall. Would you like to like it?
Yeah, share it on Tumblr or something. See if anyone recognizes it.
I have now
What
tweeted
filter
this.
would you like that posted to
Do you,
Instagram with?
the writing is now duck facing the camera.
Ah, goddamn it, dick butt.
Dick Butt's funny. Inside Dick Butt is Patrick.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna... I keep forgetting his name. Braylon? Was that it?
Breathing.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Excuse me, do you have any paper and chalk? Well, not chalk, but charcoal of any kind? So that I could jot this down as...
No, we do not. And he starts pushing you all out, or like sort of motioning for you all to leave the room. As I said, this is a matter that Deep Rock will handle. You're here for your own matters, so this is something we will handle.
I'm gonna insight that, see if he's trying to get us out for any different reason. If he's trying to hide anything.
You think he's flustered and he doesn't want to deal with people right now. He's only
Okay.
indulging you because you're guests at the moment.
He's either a very good liar or he's being sincere.
Insight's not a lie detector. It's
Yeah, I know,
Sort
it's
of
just
a,
the feel I get.
yeah.
And he wouldn't really have anything to gain from it anyways. And yeah, the mask. Guys, should we head outside and see what's below this window?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
The only way to bluff a lie detector is if he's actively bluff checking against you.
Yeah, it's just, I wanted to see what kind of feel I got from him. So yeah, let's head outside down below the window and see what we can find. Ace Detective!
Okay. What are you guys doing then?
So yeah, I think we just all head to the the base underneath the window.
Okay. Give me whatever checks you're doing then.
Looks like I get
Trying
a.
to
Go ahead.
Are you trying to remain quiet? Are you trying to scan for things?
I'll try to sense the presence of any recent magic that's been used in the area.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for tracks and whatnot.
I might as well make the perception check, considering it's. I'm not good at anything, but the other ones are handled.
You feel very faint traces of magic, Al, but nothing you could particularly trace. I mean, this could just be, prestidigitation. Plus, it's really hard for you to focus on anything arcana when there's a great mage currently sleeping within the palace as well, and his magical presence just kind of overwhelms you. Nature, you don't see anything that seems to be like footprints or anything like that around here.
So
It doesn't look like a lot of the stone here has even been touched per se.
Okay,
Now,
so
the
it doesn't
king's-
look like someone. It doesn't look like someone came out of the window and down to the ground.
That or
Unless
if
they
they
were
did,
really
they're
stealthy
really
about
good.
it. Yeah. Is there any way to go upwards from the window?
To go up. Like, yeah, the thing is that the king's throne room or the king's room is not on the first floor, so you're kind of looking beneath it, and then there is more room atop of it. So there could be someone from the floor above going down. You would figure that's a possibility.
Yeah. Hmm. Do you guys want to keep this going, or should we head back for now and let dwarves take care of this on their own?
It
We don't
doesn't
wanna-
seem like
we
we're-
don't wanna-
Doesn't seem like we're accomplishing anything.
Yeah, we don't want to overstep our boundaries here. And I'm gonna take a look at my gem again. Does it still look like it's losing shine?
It doesn't seem as vibrant as it did yesterday, or most of the time you were walking around the city looking at it, but.
Batteries are running out. Damn. Yeah, I say we head back then and let the dwarves take care of this.
Okay, you guys are gonna head back into your rooms, go back to sleep then? Except for Al, who I think is gonna go back to playing chess.
With himself.
Chess, whatever.
A cat will play with you.
If it's cat, maybe
Cat
we'll
wins.
checkers,
CC,
yeah.
yeah, Snuggles will play with you.
All right, checkers with the cat then.
You have to roll a d20. You lose to the cat.
You win this one.
Meow.
It prances off back into Waylon's backpack.
It trips on a trap going back and dies.
No.
Okay. Morning arises for our heroes. What do you guys want to do now?
Food.
Yeah, I guess
Honestly-
actually technically breakfast first. Don't want
Yeah.
to go have a meeting on an empty stomach.
You head downstairs then, and there is some food being laid out at the table. You notice a couple of high-profile dwarves are kind of sitting at the table eating on one side. There's some empty room on the other, and one of the guards kind of motions. He's like, "I believe that you are all guests for the evening, though you're welcome to help yourselves to breakfast before you head out for your journeys."
Is there salted pork? I could really use some salty food.
Yes, there's actually a lot of different varieties of pork and all sorts of animals that you wonder how it manages to get down here.
Excellent. I need something to get rid of this headache. So yeah, I'm gonna go find myself some salty food and eat that.
Ow, you noticed that the mage you spoke to the night before is also at the table, Amos.
Well-
I'm gonna go sit down next to him and ask him how his meal tastes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Um,
That wasn't his voice. He was
yeah.
older.
Please describe it describe it in more detail, please.
He's Irish now.
He's Liam Neeson. Ow. I'm about to be taken.
I have a very specific set of skills.
And they're all arcane.
What is his voice? I think he was older. It's alright. Adults are known for their rather excessive amounts of food at celebration. Clearly, the nobility here is up to the task of constantly outdoing themselves. Did you sleep well? Well, I guess you don't sleep.
I don't sleep anymore, but I have some interesting games of chess and checkers.
Quite. I heard a cat beat you last night.
I suspect that's no ordinary cat.
We're gonna find out that the cat's the main villain of this whole campaign.
That's New Hoya de la Raza.
Yeah. We look at the cat, it's got a mask on now, and we're like, what?
He's got the mask and a knife, just like, shh.
Or you're next.
Cat has some really fancy handwriting too.
I tried.
So, I believe we will be heading down to explore the lower levels shortly. If anything else you might know to could tell us about the area?
About down below?
Yes.
I don't know much about that myself. It's up in an area I've explored. I have much of an interest in. What I understand, the levels beneath Deep Rock are filled with monstrous creatures. Truth be told, Deep Rock's invading their home, so this is simply nature fighting against man. If you enter into that ecosystem, be warned where you stand.
Hmm. What sort of creatures have you faced there in the past, in the previous levels?
Have I? None. I've no
Well-
part in exploring those levels.
Well, your dwarf civilization in general.
If I recall, I know that worms were a problem for them in the past. They used to have a lot of problems dealing with giant worm nests.
You
Outside
might.
of that,
Go ahead.
now go ahead.
I was gonna say he might want to turn off his car alarm.
Other than that, you might be best talking to the Expedition Legion. Perhaps they could tell you more.
Very good. I believe we shall be doing so.
Well, very good then. Enjoy your breakfast and good luck on your journey. I hope to see you again. I believe we'll have much to talk about.
Perhaps you'll do me the honor of a game of checkers next time I'm in town.
Perhaps. I prefer triple checkers, though, where there's 3 boards on top of each other.
Fascinating.
Oh, what's the Japanese or Chinese chess?
Or how about we
Shogi.
play Go?
What's that?
Shogi.
Shogi or Go? Or
Go.
Go.
I think it's
is the
Go.
checkers.
Go is something else. Go is
Well,
stones.
Go
It's
is black and white stones.
yeah, where it's basically they look down on people who play chess and checkers because it's so linear in comparison to Go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Do you
If you
still
want.
have your Inception button?
Thank you for reminding me. I need my Inception womp for whenever I heal somebody. Somebody wants to please link me that because I don't know where the fuck it is.
I shall find it.
Thank you, Martin.
All right, men, and Hope, and Cog. You off?
And the rest of you.
What the fuck, does Putin show up when you press the button?
What?
There's a dude dancing when I press the button.
I don't want to press it because it's not out ready yet, and I don't know how loud it's going to be.
Why does Putin start dancing?
I have no idea.
It's amusing and then hypnotizing.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to push the button just to see what happens.
This is very accounting.
That's awesome.
So every time you heal someone, Putin shows up?
Yeah.
Apparently. That's where he gets divine healing powers.
It's communist healing powers.
Anyhow. Yes,
All right, if you want it Putin free, use this one.
Chat room, how loud was that when I pushed that button?
I didn't even hear it.
I'm waiting on them to see what they say. But you guys have to get me, by the way, because I'm nowhere near where you guys are. I forget where I'm at. I know I'm.
you're in the upper levels. We'll be heading
Yeah, you're
up
at
there
the
because we have a
church.
meeting with the Reach that
Oh
we're
yeah, I'm not even going.
to. So we'll pick you up on the way there.
Nah, because you're not gonna want me to go there.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't want to go to that, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'll grab you afterwards.
Yeah, I'm lawful good, so I can't really go there.
But my first thing I'm going to do is find shit. What's her name? Dwarf lady
Right
who's
now.
showing us around. Reina. There we go. Fine,
You guys
Reina.
are done with breakfast then? Anything else you
Uh,
want before you leave?
I'm actually gonna find the armor shop, and I know they haven't finished the armor, but
That's-
I'm gonna.
that's not in the,
I'm
not in
asking
the
if there's
castle.
anything you want to do before you leave the palace.
Oh yeah, the palace. No, I'm good.
Okay. Everyone
I'm
good?
good as well.
Okay. You guys head out of the palace then, and at the foot of the stairs leading into the palace, you see Reyna sitting at the bottom of the stairs, kind of munching on some jerky, looking at the doors. Oh, hello there!
Convenient. Hello.
I believe y'all were looking to go see some people, so I thought I'd meet you ahead of time.
Yep. This is a good
She's-
idea.
She's with them.
Does she happen to have a mask on her face?
Yes, I found this last night. It was on my porch with a knife in it. It said, "You're next."
Of course.
What do you think that's about?
Does she have angry exes?
It's about kittens.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Y'all were looking to get to talk to some people in the Reach, weren't you?
Yes.
But really, just gonna start like saying their name on the steps of the castle.
I don't think they'll mind.
She's a plant. You're all
Anyhow,
fucked.
yes,
I'm so
yes.
glad I'm not going now.
Or Inception Putin.
That's it.
Anywhere else you want to stop off before we go?
That's it. I'm changing my token to Vladimir Putin.
Anywhere you would like to stop off, party?
Oh,
Because I'd like to head
I-
straight there now that we've had breakfast.
I need to drop by the armor shop. I know the armor is not going to be ready, but maybe they'll deliver.
They
I'll
might
pay them
not
extra.
be open now.
Oh yeah, there's that.
We can check before we actually like go anywhere that's supposed
Yeah.
to be dangerous.
Yeah.
We're just going upstairs right now. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just entered into a den of thieves and murderers. Nothing to worry about there.
I'm
Yeah.
just stay next to you, Thrax.
Fine. Sets it tired of life. Alright. Raina is going to take you all on the lift then. And the lift is going to go all the way up to the first floor. She's going to take you off and then out of the kingdom itself.
Somebody mouse over my token.
It just says it just oh there we go.
There he is.
I just get like most flaming photo of Putin you could find.
What's that?
Why'd you get like the most flaming photo you could find of him?
Because that's the one I needed.
Alright, she takes you out of the city and leads you around, like, kind of outside. I remember before I told you there was, like, a pit that was where there was a bunch of bazaars and lines of people and everything like that. She leads you out of that and then kind of takes you into a little bit of the outlying forest around. It kind of pulls you in towards, like, this area around here. Kind of, like, right outside the city itself, but up towards the mountain.
Alright.
And she starts leading you in towards the mountain. And you can see kind of behind this crevice is a cave. And she says, "You want to stay close to follow me. There's a lot of tunnels here, and sometimes even I get lost trying to find my way through.
Okay.
Oh, and if
keep
you
that
got
in mind.
lights, might want to bring it up."
Do I have lights?
They have like one sunroad.
I know I have some.
If somebody finds me, I have.
sticks.
If somebody
I'll
finds
summon my
me,
familiar, who's a sprite who glows.
There you go.
I have an ever-burning torch. If somebody wants to borrow it when they find me.
And
We already
We
left
have-
the city.
Yeah, we're
We have
already
a
left.
Sprite. We're fine.
I'm upstairs. Where
We
you are.
already left the city.
You're up on the fourth floor or something
Yeah.
like that. You're where the poor district is. They're above even you.
Oh, okay.
And we have and we have Sprite thing from Robot Man. We're good.
All right, you guys start traversing through the tunnels as Reyna seems to very deliberately take you through a pattern of tunnels that, to the uninitiated view, basically anyone who doesn't have dungeoneering already trained, you just think she's almost like randomly turning. you don't even really know where you're going. You know, you go a few steps, you turn, and you're traveling through what certainly appears to be almost natural formations. None of this looks like it's carved out for really, personal movement. A lot of times you're kind of crawling through certain areas. Thrax, you have a hard time kind of fitting through certain areas.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You managed to make it through them, but there are some tight squeezes for you. Sometimes you'll have to take your armor off and kind of push your way past a couple areas. But eventually,
I have to partially disassemble myself here and there.
yeah, you take off your head and duck underneath, put it back on.
Hilarious.
But eventually, she turns a corner and leads you down a tunnel which has been shaped out and looks to be like a man-made tunnel at this point. And it leads to a set of double doors. There are 2 torches currently lit on the outside of it as well.
Ooh.
Hope, you feel something very strong.
In my backpack?
Mm-hmm. No, in your
I'm
loins.
I'm gonna take out the gem then.
The gem seems to be reacting very strongly.
It's the torch.
Somehow I doubt it's the torch, but yeah. I'm gonna walk closer to the doors.
Are you opening the doors?
I'm gonna let Thrax open the doors.
Don't we let
Oh,
our
of course
guide
you
open?
will.
I don't
Do
know
we
if
just
I even
wanna
have the
let
arm
Reyna
strength to
open
pull
the
it
doors?
open.
She is the one who
Yeah.
knows this place, knows the people inside. It seems really rude to just sort of bust in and be like, "We had your friend bring us here."
Young people these days.
Oh,
you
I'll do
the
that.
dock first.
Reyna's going to start going towards to open the door until Ekman just passes her and just kind of pushes her way in, or pushes his way in front of her and just starts.
If anyone
opening.
stops me.
Let him go.
If Reyna was moving towards the door, and
Nope,
Ekman
no one
just
stopped him. I gave you 3 seconds.
I'll just knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and you hear like a click sound. And Reyna kind of pushes up next to you and knocks on the door. She says, "Gentlemen, it's just me, Reyna. I brought some friends who want to speak with you about getting down to the bottom of the mines." And then you hear sort of a reverse click sound, and
They
the door
locked
starts
the
to
door.
open.
They had the door unlocked to begin with. I could have just opened it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That or they were just arming and disarming a trap. Crossbow.
You see the door start to open, and
I'm gonna hide the gem.
at that moment, Hope, the gem goes completely dead, stops reacting altogether.
What the shit?
Like it was pulsating very strong, and then just completely stops.
Well, that's bizarre. Does it lose some of its glow as well?
No, it actually seems as vibrant as it's ever.
Huh.
Keep sending out mixed signals, and Hope has no idea how to deal with it.
I don't. I have no idea what to do. I can't just ask either. Do you have a magical gem?
I'm saying you couldn't. The doors open, and inside you see a rather extravagant chamber. There's tapestries adorning the walls, a large carpet, a big golden table sitting in front of you, and sitting at the table is a dwarven man, clearly very of age. His face seems weathered and detailed by many battles. Particularly, you notice he has an eye patch covering one eye as he puffs puffs a cigar as a ring of smoke wreaths around his head, and he looks up to you and says, "What y'all doing?"
Hello.
Knocking on the door.
"I can see that. What brings you here to Reach?"
Liam Neeson.
Well, we were hoping to have some discussions with you today about various things, various going-ons in the city of Deep Rock.
"Many things going on in Deep Rock. Did you hear? There was an attempted assassination last night."
Hey, I was going to ask you about that before we left, but yes. Yes, we did.
Oh
Very
yeah,
busy
you two
times
don't
in the
know.
city.
What was that?
Very busy times in the city, it seems.
Yes. Well, since you've heard about it, let's start there. Do you know anything about this assassination?
No, I don't. Wish I'd killed the old fuck, though. But that's about the extent of my care of the matter.
I don't think you need insight on that to see if he's lying or not.
Okay then. Well,
Raina's going to speak up and say, gentlemen and lady, this is Kroll. He is the leader of the Reach.
nice to meet you. I am Cog.
Pleasure.
He's just sort of going to give all of you a little bit of a stare.
Eggman.
Eggman. Are you a
Do
superhero
you do
now?
little jazz hands in the air?
Is that...
Actually, I did.
Is that... I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that language.
That's its name.
Is it a simpleton?
Oh, just insane.
We're not entirely sure.
He's what we call
Your boy be
special.
touched over there.
A little bit. A little bit.
Quite possibly.
So, what are you here for?
Your
Well,
soul.
the main reason we're in Deep Rock is, there's this cult, the cult of nihilism, and we were told by some very trusted friends of ours that they might have some activity Deep Rock. Have not ran into any cultists, but we thought they might have been going below the city.
Some of my men reported some sketchy figures heading down to the bottom levels. Perhaps that's who you're looking for.
It is quite possible.
So
I'm
what
glad
could
you
we
were
do?
actually able to give us that, because the actual guards were like, no, I don't know anyone down there. Trying to keep my men alive.
Yeah.
Which, understandable.
Those
but
boys really
much
have
more
more on their mind than that. So, don't think you can blame them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least we have a destination.
For a brief moment, your gem flares up again. And you kind of hear a little bit of scattering, and then all of a sudden it just goes dead quiet again.
Scattering like some feet moving.
You hear movement traveling around the cavern, but you can't tell particularly where it's from.
I wish it was. No, I don't wish that was there.
Do any of us hear that, or is it just Help?
You can all hear movement going on. It's just Hope would be the only one that could particularly note. You feel the gem, hear movement, and then all of a sudden it just stops.
I'm gonna do something potentially stupid.
Yay!
I'm gonna walk up to the dwarf crawl and be like, "Excuse me, it's a bit of a question. You wouldn't happen to have any powerful magical gems, do you? Similar to this," and I'm actually gonna pull it out.
And I'm just gonna stare at Hope, sort of tilt my head to the side like a confused kitten.
Now rolling thievery check.
Does a
Draw's
28
gonna
hit your-
drop a
does
little
a
bit.
28 hit your reflex?
My reflex.
Hell yeah!
Yes, it does.
All right, he pulls the gem right off your neck and snatches it.
How rude.
Didn't
what do I
see
have?
that
What do I have to
coming.
do to try and pull it back?
It's in his hand now, so you basically have to make an opposing reflex check against, or attack against him to try to snatch it out of his hands. You could do like a thievery check or something like that.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, it's not good enough. He holds the gem just kind of a little bit out of your reach as he kind of slaps your hands down when you try to take it. He's like, "Just a lesson I'd be teaching you. Probably not a good idea to be showing around expensive gems in an area like this." And then he tosses the gem back to you.
Okay, great. Lesson learned. Do you know something about it?
I might. That's what you're here for, though, is it?
It's not what the main mission is, as maybe, but it's personal mission.
I so would have healed him to death.
Healed him to death.
Fill him up with so much healing, he exploded.
And the thing is, this here lovely little gem, it reacts when gems like it are nearby, and it's reacting quite almost violently sometimes when I'm in this area.
Maybe someone around has another one of your gems. Did you ever think about that?
I did think about that. I was just wondering
Good.
if perhaps
Then you can stop
had.
wasting my time with it.
Well, I was hoping perhaps you could provide me with a name for someone who would have some kind of really valuable gem like this.
He's gonna turn to Cog, and he's gonna say, "Are you looking to get down to the bottom levels, or are you
Yes.
looking for somebody to tell you about the gem?"
I'm looking to get down to the bottom levels. I'm just sort of letting my friend here ramble.
You're gonna have to pick one or the other, because I ain't got time for both.
Bottom levels.
Gem. No, I'm kidding.
As everyone turns to Thrax.
What Ekman doesn't have to say?
Everyone, you just pick
Al doesn't
bananas.
gonna say.
Yeah, I was about to say bananas too. He was about to pick bananas.
Everyone thinks Al's just a robot, except the party.
That's true.
Yeah, Al never gets a vote.
My opinion never matters.
Nope.
We never do what I want to do.
We took away robot suffrage with the last election. The best decision we ever made.
Thank you. Now, if you could help me get the power core out of him.
Have you tried holding him down and prying it out of his back?
Kind of small. I don't really get that option.
Oh, here, let me help you.
There we go.
First, we'll cut off his legs so he can't go anywhere.
I can reattach them. This is okay.
What if I throw them in an incinerator first?
That's more difficult to recover.
Al's dead.
If we look for a way down to the bottom levels, I think I might have someone who'll be able to help with that.
Is it me? I don't think it's me.
No.
Well, we actually have one more friend we'd like to collect. You shall sort of meet your friend at a time where this would be good to do. Be quite appreciative.
He looks towards Ren and he's gonna say, "You know where the other lift is on the 23rd floor?" "Oh yeah, I know where that one is." "Have your boys meet them over there."
Chris is talking to himself again.
"They're okay there, sir." "Well, that'd be very good. How's your family?" "Oh, they're all doing great." "Well, that's good to hear. Decided to
NPC theater.
"Oh, not this Jesse Smalls looks. Oh, you're bold as shit." "I'll fucking cut you, bitch."
Wow, this escalated quickly.
It's got dark quickly.
There were two ways this was going to go. Either they were going to kill each other, or they were going to have sex. And I'm happy they went the killing each other way.
Who said it wasn't gonna end in sex? Maybe that's just the kink that turns them on.
They fight to the death, then they fuck.
He's like, "Alright, I'm gonna go find my boy Hallis. He's the one you want to talk to. He's a younger man. A little bit...
Meh. He's a little bit meh.
very skilled, but he's
Suspicious.
he's a bit cold to speak with." He's gonna look around and he's gonna say, "Might not be too fond of you," and he's gonna look towards Thrax.
Why is that?
Not much of a religious folk. Doesn't quite
Oh.
understand why people believe in it.
I just thought he was racist.
I
Wait.
was say he's racist. He
He doesn't like Thrax because of what?
He's religious.
Because Thrax is religious?
Yep.
Okay, he's going to love me.
Yep.
I know religion.
Yes, but you're not religious. You're not a. You're not like a.
You're not openly displaying the fact that you still worship a god. Unless you are.
Oh,
See, I don't think Ekman worships a god. I think he just knows about religion.
yeah, that's pretty much it. He just knows about religion.
He prays to all of them. He has no idea what they mean, though.
He studied religion.
Oh man, he says Asmodeus prayers to Bahamut.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Tiamat, please give me long life and life to my friends. Thank you.
Hope, again, you feel one of those moments where the gem suddenly flares up, and then a couple moments, like a couple seconds later, it just goes quiet again.
Okay, I'm rolling perception to see if I can notice anything at all.
Do you still have the gem out at this point?
I'm holding it tightly in my hand.
You can hear that. It seems like when the gem flares up, you hear footsteps.
Like from what
Just
direction?
continue.
It's kind of tough to tell just because you're in a cave, so everything's kind of echoing.
Can anybody look up?
Hog's gonna
You
look at her
up,
and just say,
you can see the roof.
Okay.
"Oh man, roof."
That would have been the first place I looked was up. I know how DMs like to hide stuff on the ceilings because nobody looks up in D&D.
One looks down either.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
I'm gonna
harder to
look
hide
at-
shit on the floor.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look at Hope and just say, "Can you put that away?"
I'm trying to figure out where those bloody impulses are coming from.
We
They
can
show up
figure
and then
that
they
out
leave.
later.
Praise the
Can you
cord to
put
run
it
away.
now.
Oh, I can tell you where. From the gem.
Thank you, Ekman.
You can punch Ekman if it makes you feel better.
No, he might cut me.
He's gonna do that anyways.
No, it's not. I'm going to stay
Ekman
far
kind
away
of
from
sits.
him.
Ekman kind of sits there and stands proud for a second.
Right, yeah. I'm not going to punch him. God knows he has a knife stuck between his ears or something.
What?
I hit him.
I thought he said
You-
anus. I thought he said anus.
I
Sure,
heard that too.
sure, Thrax.
Drax just kind of like thunks Ekman.
Thumps Ekman? What?
Just like thunks him in the head.
Oh, thump. Could have swore he said fuck at one point.
He just fucks him off the back of the head.
I'm
That
skull
would be a
fucking the
very different
shit
game.
out of you.
Ekman gives a delayed reaction. His head goes forward and he goes, "Ow."
Why did my head move? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put the gem away and sulk.
Thank you. Let's go
Oh.
collect our last party member. Reyna, can you guide us out? I assume you don't want us to get lost in these tunnels.
Absolutely. Plus, it's not like I'm going to stay here for the night. So, she does so. She leads you guys out of the tunnels. It takes probably another good, like, half hour for you guys to, like, get out of the tunnels. And the trip out is actually somehow a lot harder than the trip going in. Feels like the tunnels are narrower for some reason, or maybe you guys are just getting sort of claustrophobic at this point. But she
Or
leads you
fat.
Or fat.
yeah. But you guys make it out of the tunnels, and you are outside, and she leads you back in towards Deep Rock. And because she's with you, you don't have to stop to be inspected this time, or sit in a line. You just go right through.
Alright.
Dirk Elias still growling at Cog.
Can I roll perception to see if we're being followed at all?
Sure.
Nothing.
You don't see anything behind you. At least no one that you think is following you.
I'm becoming increasingly paranoid about the goddamn gem because I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
You're gonna
It's like
find
the-
out
It
there's
feels like the
nothing
DM is giving me like ample opportunity to find it, and I'm just blowing it at every opportunity.
We're gonna find out that the gem's not actually here and it's just been fucking with you this entire time.
It's being flown overhead by a bird.
there's something like else triggering it.
It's stuck to a bat that's just flying around.
And Mouse ate it.
It's alive.
Okay, you guys head into the city then, and Raina says, "So, where would you like to go before heading down?"
We need to head to the 4th floor to find, Rylith.
I need to get to that armor shop.
Anyone else you want to speak with before you head down?
I guess we technically should get his armor. Or
He
her
sounds
armor.
over-
There's no point in going down there with our archer being...
I'll go with her
out
to get the armor. You guys go get Rylith.
Okay, then.
All right. You guys will go with the Rylith group first.
Yay.
Raina will be with you, so as not to make sure that you get accosted by anyone while you're down there. And she will lead you into the 4th floor, and she's gonna go try to find the church where I believe it was Father Morn was.
I think that's right.
residing. Father Morn was residing.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
And you see him. You see the old dwarven man, kind of shaking and feeling his way around as he
Is he in the church?
goes about his business. Yeah.
No, then I'd be with him then, helping him out.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around. Is the basket of food still there?
Yes.
Better be. I was with him all day and all night.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the stone.
Yes.
Hi, it's Cog again. I'm here to collect, Rylith.
He's got to place his hand on the side of your face. He's say, "Ah, yes, yes. Your friend here has been very helpful. He does great work."
I wouldn't call him my friend.
Oh. I finally made one,
I meant the gnome.
but I suppose I'm alone forever.
Then you'll die alone. And I smash him in the head with my hammer. No.
That turned dark.
Too bad
turned
for you,
dark
I'm a
real
level
quick.
28 leech! It's open his shirt and there's a cannon in it. Volkiga cannon!
Chris, what was that?
It went from dark to hilarious.
he giga cannoned you.
The fuck is that?
This was actually an episode of Gurren Lagann.
Digimon is what I was thinking.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, Machine Dramon. Yeah, Machine Dramon.
Chris,
What?
everything's not anime or manga.
Should
I was
be.
entertained.
It sounded awesome when fucking Machine Dramon said Giga Cannon though.
I surround myself with losers.
I
Yes.
LARP. Yes, you do.
Wasn't there a Mega Machine Dramon at some point?
Nobody cares.
You're thinking of Mega Sea Dramon.
Okay.
Losers!
Power of power! I remember his move. I remember
It was
except hype.
Hieromon?
His Puppet Mon.
Yeah. Cherrymon was awesome.
Can we play?
Fucking
If you guys want to talk about Digimon, then we'll section off a podcast next week. You guys can just vamp all you want about fucking Digimon.
Digimon's so good. Anyhow.
It was really good.
Losers.
Carry on.
I stand there for a moment as if I'm actually just mentally talking with the priest for a little bit. It doesn't need to be role played out because it's nothing really of any importance.
Oh, your saucy humor.
Anyhow, Ralph, we need to go. We're gonna be going down into the 23rd, or not the 20, we're gonna be going to the 23rd floor, and
So,
dealing with
priest-
some evil cults. You don't like cults, right? Cults are bad.
If they stand against Bahamut, then yes.
I'm pretty sure they stand against all life on this planet.
Then this is enough fact for me to force my hand into this.
Good.
Oh, well.
Yes, I'm going to force my hand so deep into it, it's going to love it. By the way, saying it in your mind, I don't speak out loud, rarely.
Right.
So yeah, he walks over, grabs all of his stuff, and starts to head out with you guys.
Well, we have to go down to the 10th floor to
Yeah,
meet
yeah,
our...
yeah. Well, I don't give a shit. I'm heading out with you to go wherever we need to go next.
Yep. To the 10th floor.
You guys do that, and then you find your. Or sorry, we're gonna cut away to Team Getting Hope's armor.
Yeah. Which I think was just Thrax and Hope.
Yeah. What's your basic streetwise?
Oh god.
Oh, dear God.
Don't
doing
make
this
the
again.
roll. What's your passive essentially of it?
I have +2.
So 12.
And
No, I got. Where's my.
Oh, if you take Ekman with him, it's
I got-
23.
Oh, I got +7 actually.
So 17.
okay.
That
Yeah,
should be
you're
enough.
you're good enough.
Okay.
You vaguely remember the streets and how they all work together. And you find the place, I believe it was called Hammer and Nails.
I believe so, yeah.
There was something
I'm
like
gonna,
that.
I'm gonna
Inside.
walk in. Is the dwarf that I met the other day there?
Yeah, you see him at the table. He's sort of pounding together some steel at the moment.
Excuse me, good sir.
What?
I know that it's probably on short notice.
not ready yet.
I figured it wouldn't be. Would it be possible if I paid extra to have it delivered to me when it's finished?
Yeah.
Well, to the Was it 23rd floor?
Where are you having it delivered to?
To where we're going, basically.
To the secret elevator.
Yeah, they.
32nd floor. That's not. That's a really dangerous area. So probably not.
No, the 23rd floor is just that's like a level that's kind of like in the mid range. The 32nd floor is where you all are going to find the cultists. 23rd is just where there's a lift that will go down that far.
If it won't be ready for another day at least, then there's no point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ask if you can get a loaner.
I'm just gonna have to stand next to Rylith then and get the passive AC.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna give that passive.
Yeah, that's really gonna help.
I'm giving that to somebody else.
Hi.
I'm melee, so
Okay, fine. I'll just stay far in the back.
yeah.
Alright, fine.
I stand right
I'll-
next to the tank.
I'll come back later then.
Clang, clang. You do that then.
And
Oh, hold on.
Please, Mike.
He's gonna say, how much was the total?
well, I gave him my gleaming armor as well, and he was changing the enchantment on that, I believe. And I
Yeah.
paid. I don't remember how much, but I did
It was
pay for
like-
the.
It was
you pay-
80 something.
Did you pay in advance?
I paid the difference.
I thought it was half and half.
He doesn't care then. He was gonna say give deposit, but he got all the money and everything. He doesn't care.
What armor does Hope wear? Hide.
I wear leather.
Your range.
At least that's the armor I've been wearing up until now.
Like, see if you can get like it's just like a loner, non-enchanted piece of armor, just so you're not going into battle naked. Which is raises our morale a little bit. Not so great for the arrows.
So you give me what?
Just plus one or plus.
Or just like non-magic
Yeah, plus.
armor. Still be plus,
Yeah.
plus 3 AC or something.
It's
So
20 gold
basic
leather.
armor.
Just buy basic or leather armor. So you can get the plus 2 at AC. So you're not completely poop.
Cloth armor clothing. It doesn't actually raise my AC.
It should.
Well, not cloth.
Leather
Oh,
armor.
Right. Leather. Sorry, I'm dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Put on a dress. Huh.
There we go.
I'll feel-
I'm at 19 right
Yeah, that's if he has it though. I thought this guy only did metal armor.
Mm-hmm.
And complained that you brought in leather armor to his
now.
metal
Yeah,
shop.
this is true.
Then let's look for a leather armor shop.
That's good. No, I
Go
wear.
across the street if you want one.
There we go.
It's closed for repairs.
Do you head
we'll
outside
just-
then?
Yeah. Thank you, good sir, and I will drop by as soon as I can to pick up my armor. Then when it's actually done.
Dio, it could raise his morale because he used to be human, so he knows that a female body is arousing to him. He may not actually get aroused, but he still has the potential to get a morale boost from it. You may go.
I'm not human though.
No. It's Al. He doesn't believe how Al can get a boost from nudity.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a really old man who can't do anything anymore, but still likes to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll head across the street then.
Alright, you head across the street and you see a store called Leathers and Lace.
Oh, joy.
Sweet.
I knew it.
Thrax
try to
going to
head-
stay outside.
Come on,
You tried
Thrax,
to-
we're going in.
You try to head out inside, but there's a hot dog cart blocking the entrance.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna walk around.
Is that a reference to something I'm not getting?
You don't remember the hot dog cart?
From
No.
the last session.
You all want hot dogs?
Oh yeah, okay, got it.
No,
The relish?
I don't want hot dogs.
You want hot dogs? Then leave.
I could find some guards to escort you away because you're blocking my path.
Buy a hot dog then.
Thrax, can you intimidate him, please?
Makes him hostile. You might not want to do that.
But fuck it, you know what? I'm actually kind of hungry. Thrax buys a hot dog.
What would you like on your hot dog?
All he has is relish. No, he has all the toppings, I remember.
Yeah, he had all the condiments.
Get another triple hot dog.
I'm not getting a triple hot dog.
That's like 14 gold when it should have only cost like 7.
That
It was
art-
like one hot dog was 2 gold, a triple hot dog was 10 gold.
Yeah.
One hot dog, ketchup.
Here you go. Thank you very much for your business.
He pays and eats the hot dog in one bite.
It's very good.
Get to the store.
Right.
No, the hot dog cart's still blocking the entrance.
Didn't solve anything. You just bought the hot dog.
Well, he was hungry.
Yeah.
He's not going into the other shop anyway, so what does he
I'm
care?
not going in there.
Thrax, can you move the hot dog stand for me? Like just a little bit so I can get inside.
You need permit to move hot dog cart.
If you move your hot dog cart, I will buy another hot dog.
Chris, does he look like Vladimir Putin?
A little.
He's got the.
I will move carts for good friend, Big Dragon Man.
His name is
Thank you.
Vladimir Putin.
Oh, that was fun.
As you walk by Hope, he has a hot dog in like a pair of tongs that he sort of waves to your face and says, "No hot dog for you!"
Slaps you with it a few
Fine.
times.
I will head inside leather and lace.
Alright, yeah, inside it's despite the name, it's actually a perfectly normal like
Oh, damn.
armor store.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter then and ask whoever's, or talk to whoever's behind there. Good day.
Ask for their laciest hide armor.
I would like to buy some simple leather armor.
I want you now.
Yes.
Good. He points over to an item on a rack.
Is it normal leather armor?
Yes.
It's got pasties.
Does it look normal?
It seems so to you.
Okay, fine. Does it look my size though? Is the question.
Yeah. No, it looks like it would fit your form pretty well.
All right, I'm gonna take it down and then. How much for this?
How much is a normal suit of armor?
20, I think.
It's 25 gold.
50 gold.
I'm so fuck it. I'll pay him the 50 gold. I am done.
Yes. Thank you for your patronage.
You know, I am so glad I have trained in diplomacy.
I am ready to be done with this place.
You know what's funny? This entire time, Hope could have just had me enchant her armor and it would have taken me an hour.
Yeah, well, you could have done that. You didn't. You didn't suggest
Didn't.
it, so
You didn't ask
know.
him.
Yeah, you
This is
didn't
all
ask
your
and
fault.
He wasn't with us. He was
Alright.
dumpster diving.
You get your new armor.
sweet.
You try to go outside, the hot dog stand is now blocking it again.
Yeah, the hot dog's walking away inside.
So
I
he
will
moved the hot
walk-
dogs cart inside of the leather and lace shop and blocked it
I'll walk
again.
over the fucking shop, the cart at this point.
Didn't we mean to Frank?
What?
You are rude little piggy.
Thrax, how much do you think it would? How long would I be in jail if I killed this man?
You could try. You could try.
Thrax won't actually respond to that. He will just grab Hope by the collar and start dragging her off.
Can we get some booze before we leave?
No!
You're already high on painkillers. You don't need liquor. Well,
Hope, Martin is playing Chris's character in my campaign. Just a drunk.
Thrax,
now my
please, can I
character
buy
has
some
legitimate
alcohol before we leave?
alcoholism.
What's that? What's that, Chris?
My character has some legitimate alcoholism problems, though.
Yeah.
I'm working towards it.
What was that? That you said to Thrax?
Can we please buy some alcohol before we leave? Just one bottle.
Fine.
What? No!
Here.
No! We're going to the 23rd floor.
I'll
Wait,
get
who-
one bottle on the way back if we pass a bar or something.
What the fuck?
That was me. I was accidentally readjusting my screen. I clicked
Oh, it's my daily. Okay, I didn't even realize what it which it was there.
All right. Where was the Rylith party heading?
To meet the
You were gonna
armored
meet.
party.
Okay.
We were
You
gonna go
guys-
to the elevator.
Basically, you guys meet them about as you're getting off the lift.
Do we pass by any bar I can buy 1 bottle of beer?
Depends if Thrax lets you.
I said yes.
Oh yeah. Hey, sir.
I'll buy 1 bottle of beer then.
70 gold.
How much actually?
2 gold.
That's still a markup.
Probably really good beer, so yeah. I'll nurse that on the way back.
Brendan's gonna look at you and say, "Aren't you heading into the bottom of a depths to an area where even our expedition legion finds it to be an unending pain and death?
I'm filling up my courage.
Looks like you're getting drunk."
That's what I'm saying, I'm refilling my courage.
Oh, I know. I get your euphemism. I just think you're stupid.
Chris. Penalty to
That's an
attack rolls
stressful
because
day.
she's drunk.
What's that?
Penalty to do attack rolls because she's drunk.
1 beer won't make her drunk.
Damn.
Dwarven beer, though.
Depends on how fast you're drinking it.
No, I'm drinking it very slowly.
Only if they're bloodied, Zero. Only if they're bloodied.
Alright, it leads you then, or rather, Raina leads you down to the 23rd floor, and she points out where you guys can find the secret lift. And she says, "This is about as far as I can go there, boys, though. Anything else I can do for you before you head down?"
No. I don't think so.
Can you keep an eye on the king for us so you know he doesn't die before we get back? That would be a real downer.
Well, I'd like to hope so.
I say to Cog when he says that would be a real downer. I say to his mind, I say, would it really?
I haven't had much contact with the king. You get this telepathically. I haven't much contact with the king, but it would still be a downer.
One less fat cat inside of this town or inside of this city, I think, would do it some good. Is it just goes quiet within the party because 2 of them are fucking talking to each other mentally?
Oh, Reina, I would like to say that it's been an absolute pleasure to have your company over these past 2 days.
Smash her head with my healing mace.
Bonk. Ah!
And I'm actually gonna give her like 5 gold for her services.
You don't need to pay me for anything. It's my service to the city that makes me satisfied. She's gonna hand the gold back to you.
Then look at it as a bribe.
Think of it as
I
a
take
tip
those
for-
too, but for different reasons.
What?
No.
Well, think of it as a tip then for excellent service.
How about this? Once y'all come back from this alive, why don't you use it to buy me dinner?
Excellent. We can do that. We can get some beers.
That sounds fair.
Good luck to all of you.
You really need to slow down on the alcohol.
This city is stressing me out, man.
Suddenly you feel your
not
gem
me first time.
vibrating powerfully.
Oh, really?
No.
I'm so unsure anymore.
You were warned of this, that everyone who has got these gems has gone crazy or died
They're cursed.
and cursed. I don't know why you're so shocked by this.
So we're heading down the lift.
You
Oh no,
find
we gotta meet
sec-
the guy.
You find the secret lift, and you see a short dwarven man in a cloak. Basically, the guys you in the group who have really high perception managed to spot him kind of hiding
yeah.
amongst the shadows. You see a young dwarven man. He's got a series of kind of like a red tattoo that goes over one of his eyes, but he's very young from what you can tell. But he seems to actually be, again, it's only the members of the party who are exceptionally skilled at perception who managed to spot him at first.
29's good enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically, have like a 26 or above, you're good. Because he's not like trying to hide from you. He's just trying to remain out of sight. So most of you don't see him though. But he walks up to you and offers his hand. And says, "Name's Hallis."
To who?
I will take it. I am Cog.
Nice to meet you, Cog. Sure, you guys
Hello.
know that now.
What do you say?
Sure, you guys want to go down there?
I'll let the party take this. I'm just in the back. I'm in the back. I'm not saying a damn thing.
Rex
I
is
won't.
also just
I'd
kind
be
of, like,
lying
off
if
to the
I said
side.
I wanted to, but it's a necessity.
I kind of want to.
Fair enough then. It'll take some time. This lift doesn't move very fast.
That's fine.
I see no outward reaction to my my Bahamut shit.
He didn't seem to pay you much mind.
Sweet. Okay.
Or me.
You are Thrax at the moment.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
motions you all in onto the lift and activates a couple mechanisms, and the lift gates close, and it starts to move down, but very slowly from what you guys are used to.
Okay,
Checkers
while this is
anyone?
happening, could we take like a 5-minute break? Because I need to hit the bathroom, and that might take me like 5 minutes at this point.
All right. Well, he's probably just gonna do some RP with someone else.
If we're going down the lift at a slow pace, I would just basically just bust out my liver and start reading some Bahamut shit.
Are you reading it out loud?
Hell no.
Okay.
He didn't do anything
Tell
out
the
loud.
back.
Yeah, I don't do anything out loud.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ekman sits down in the elevator. He's in back, cross-legged.
Hallis is gonna look around and say, "So, what you guys heading down there for? You know, there are easier ways to commit suicide.
Nihilism.
Nihilism. You're going down there to nihilism.
Yes, for
Hunting a
absolutely
cult
nothing.
of nihilism. Oh my God! Will you shut your mouth, Ekman?
Cult nihilism, huh?
Yes.
Sounds kind of like a big deal.
I'm questioning my
Possibly.
reasoning for being a part of this party right now
Gee, it's about to
as I
be
listen to this.
Possibly
to figure
they've
that out for a while.
corrupted forest spirits.
Fair enough. So, where are you folks from?
Can't
Well.
remember.
How about you, short stuff?
I'm from. I'm going to mispronounce this horribly. Casselia?
Casselia.
Casselia.
Casselia, huh?
Yep.
Seems like your type.
Yeah. It's a nice place.
So, what takes a boy from Casselia and puts him into a hunt for the cult of nihilism? And you can tell from the way he's speaking, he's sort of just repeating the information you've given him.
But with my, I'm reading, but I'm actively listening in. I have a 29 also to insight, so if anything pops passive, just let me know.
Okay.
That I think would alert me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right now, you just feel he's curious.
Okay.
He's kind of killing time.
If he asks me where I'm from, I just point up.
No, he doesn't speak to you.
Thank you.
Or
Okay.
me.
Well,
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I'm probably not supposed to be talking too much about this, but I'm trying to build a ship that flies through the sky.
A chaos ship?
An airship, basically, yes.
So a
You
chaos
glue a
ship.
bunch of birds to a ship.
No. I'm trying to power it with magic, but I have.
Magical birds.
I need to go around and explore to find the materials necessary to create such a ship.
And I'm back.
And I believe I have found a power source.
Shut up. Don't look at me.
I speak into your mind. I say you might want to look into the astral sea.
I believe I've found my way to get. I found a power source, and I've been following the trail of it, and I think this cult has something to do with it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, that's it. I'm not going to
Very
kill my
good.
friend. Yes. Aha.
and your insane dragonborn friend over here?
Hey, you can talk to me directly, you know.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking at you.
Oh, I thought you were asking him about me for some reason. He wouldn't know anything about me. In fact, I don't even know.
I
anything
try
about
not to know anything about
I think
you.
I know something about me. I know I'm insane.
And I like bananas.
All right, I guess we're done having a conversation with you then.
I didn't say anything.
Is the
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wait.
reach into my backpack. Is my gem reacting at all?
Yeah.
Chris-
You notice that Hallis seems to be looking at you while you do it, though.
Chris,
Mhm.
do I think I have enough insight of the insane one that if I spoke into his mind and said weird things that I can convince him he has somebody in his head?
You'd have to try that. I can't tell you how Scott's character would feel.
Scott, do you think you're insane enough to believe a voice in your head?
No,
Damn.
he is smart, and there's something that hasn't really popped up yet in his backstory.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's insane, but he's not mad.
Yeah, I know, but I was wondering if every once in a while if I can just get him at the right moment to where he'd believe it.
No, he'd probably just think back.
Poop. Okay. My character wouldn't do it anyway. Now that I think about it, my guy's too nice.
Okay. What was I gonna say? No. He knows that he's looking at you while you're checking the gem.
I'm not pulling it out. I'm reaching into my backpack to feel it, but I'm not pulling it out.
What you looking for?
No, it's just
Says he has kind of a sly smile to him.
well, I just have some bottles in my backpack, and I want to make sure that they're laying safely so they don't break if I move too fast.
Buttons.
Bottles.
Oh, bottles. Should probably carry bottles into a place like this.
Well, in case we meet anything traumatic, I want to forget about it.
Okay.
You gotta get
Be
pooped.
careful taking anything too valuable down there, you know?
He probably doesn't believe me for a second, though.
I don't know how she hasn't got drunk around me yet. Apparently, I'm not as bad as I had thought.
You can be quite entertaining at times, Ekman.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just I don't want to be directly involved with you. I just want to be to the side observing.
oh,
You're sort of entertaining from that looking at from a distance kind of thing.
Kind of like a car crash.
Yeah, especially when you're interacting with Cog. You should do that more often.
poor dog.
No.
He actually means yes.
Ekman is actually a dog.
He just kind of looks over at Cog and smiles.
You stay the hell away from me.
He told me
But
in secret
we're
that he
trapped
actually
in this
liked it when you
elevator.
stabbed him.
You stay on the other side of this elevator.
I'm sitting. Why would I move?
To stab me with your claws.
I only do that when there's an enemy around.
He's just probably just gonna sit there and glare.
Does Ekman stab himself?
He can't.
No, but like, has he done it in the past to like try?
Well, actually, technically he can. I can take damage to reroll one of my attacks if I miss.
Because I never asked, but is the dude like riddled with scars, like self-inflicted scars for that reason?
You can't really tell as he does wear very long clothing.
Hmm.
And scales.
Yes.
This is true. Well, you can get scar tissue on scales.
Mm-hmm.
No, he hasn't directly self-harmed himself purposely.
Okay,
Self.
it's just curious. Tell me, Ekman, I'm actually even more curious now. Like, how did you go insane?
Something, dark side.
He put his head in his toaster. In his microwave.
I think poison. Poison?
Did you do it yourself, or did someone else poison you?
I breathe poison. Maybe it's me. Was it
You've
me?
made yourself insane because you breathe poison.
Doesn't bloodroot poison or make people insane?
One of those poisons do. I don't
The
know.
assassins.
One of the assassin poisons, yeah.
Mhm.
Don't think my poison affects me because it is my poison. Because I breathe it.
So you don't actually know why you're insane.
Maybe it's a dark power thing. I don't know.
Are you happy this way?
I'm insane. It's fun.
Well, yeah, can't fault him for that logic. Yeah. Good on you. Good. It's good on you that at least you're happy with it. Be happy with yourself.
I'm gonna
Give-
stand next
give
to
him a
you
little,
next
like-
battle. I like
I'm gonna give him a pat on the shoulder. Good on you. And you can stand next to me as long as you don't stab me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I need to stop staying next to you.
Actually, if you can guarantee you will kill something, I might let you do it. But then you'll have to buy me a bottle of beer afterwards.
But I have to do it early because it hurts over time.
Oh. Well, maybe. Well, see, just ask me ahead of time, please.
I suppose.
Okay, good. Good,
I
good.
only got like 6 seconds to ask them.
Talking's free action. It can take as long as it wants.
Okay. But the turn is technically 6 seconds.
If there's no talking, yes.
Alright. Well, we got that sorted out.
House is actually going to walk up to Thrax and he's going to say, "How's it going there, big guy?"
Squeezes your butt.
Thrax will sort of. Thrax has just been sort of like staring off, just sort of trying to be, just pass the time, just sort of think. But like he sort of cracks his neck and looks down and just like, not bad, I guess you could say, given where we're going.
He's going to point up towards your holy symbol and kind of tap it with his fingers a couple times. Who's this?
It's Cord.
Help me out here, buddy. Not sure about all these figures you guys keep worshiping.
Battle, war, they're all what Cord is about.
Honorable combat. Honorable combateur.
I'm not even sure if it's honorable combat. It might
believe-
just be combat.
No, I believe it is honorable.
It's like feats of strength and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
War. All that.
If it wasn't honorable, he'd be the orc god of war. Bane.
Guess war and battle is pretty easy stuff to believe in even in these times.
He'll kind of tilt ahead and just sort of like, I kind of want to do insight check to see if like he's meaning more, but like, oh wow,
You grasp there's like a condescending like sort of criticism that he's doing. You think he's not entirely fucking
Respectfully.
clueless as to who Cord is.
yeah,
But at the same time, you also don't feel that it's. You feel there's like a genuine curiosity beneath this. Like he's speaking down to you, but at the same time, he's trying to talk to you.
okay. Suppose you have a point, but Cord's never truly left us. Just stopped talking to us.
Yeah, everybody stop talking to us. Here we go. Digging another floor. All for the purpose of trying to talk to Moradin.
I slightly, no, what would I wouldn't laugh at that. I do react to
like
it.
half chuckle.
No, I do react to it because I think it's silly. But I wouldn't, yeah, I would like slightly kind of shake my head a little bit.
Do you have a mouth to smirk with?
You can't see it. I have a visor that keeps my entire, you cannot see an inch of my body.
So, or it's outside appearance, you're just standing there anyways.
Yeah, well, I have my tome open, and I'm looking through. It looks like I'm looking through my tome, but I'm actually just passively taking in everything that's going on around me right now.
Right.
But yeah, you can't see the lick of my skin. The only time you guys saw my skin was when I pulled my visor up to see you guys saw the light from underneath the visor, and I think I said I had whitish or light colored skin, and that was it.
I think I was passed out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, you're just a dude who can talk into people's minds.
Yeah.
If you were at the dinner, you heard me actually speak out loud.
Oh, that's
No,
true.
I think I was running around then.
Oh yeah, you were.
So you miss everything my character does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do react to him saying that they're digging down to talk to Morden or get closer to him. But or I don't laugh. I make a facial gesture at it. But
Actually, I'm gonna like raise my hand and be like, "Can someone fill me in on who Morden is?"
He's a guy.
You haven't heard? You've been in. You get this. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. It's almost like a very open, mocking disapproval when he says this. He's just like, "What? You've been in Deep Rock for 2 whole days, but you haven't heard the great word of Morden yet?"
I've been running around a lot, actually, and getting drunk.
Whole
heard
city's
I've-
built on it.
I've heard the name all the time and whatnot, but I don't actually know what Morden stands for.
I speak into her mind, saying, "Morden's the god of creation, worshipped by normally dwarves. He is pretty much like the smith's god, right?
Yeah.
He's a god of creation.
Yeah.
He's the god of
Creation and
creation and earth,
Yeah.
basically.
Probably
Dwarven's,
considered the dwarven deity.
yeah.
I'm
Usually.
gonna talk back to Rylith, like mentally, or at least try
You can't.
to.
I can
Oh,
only.
I can't do that.
I don't know if I can I can speak to people. My power doesn't allow them to speak to me.
You cannot. He can't read minds. He can only speak to minds.
Hmm.
So you do need telepathy to talk back to him with telepathy.
Well, I'm
Yep.
gonna try, and when I don't get a reply, I'll come to that conclusion.
Okay.
You just try to think really hard. Your face turns really red as you hold your breath.
Alice is just going to be standing there as you're clearly looking towards Rylith as he was speaking to you, but you're not responding to anybody.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Rylith,
Yeah.
thinking about it.
And you realize, oh, I damn.
Yeah. But I'm gonna keep looking at him just to like pretend I'm having a conversation with him mentally.
I'm gonna say to you, you know, I can't read your mind.
I'm gonna smile.
Okay, so she's clearly on the crazy track. But
Why
no,
do you think? Why do you think digging down is like? Why do any of them think digging down will help them communicate with Morden?
That's actually what I was gonna ask Rylith.
because very, very, very long ago, that's what tradition taught us. And you know the dwarves and tradition, you just can't let it go. So we're in a case now where all the bureaucrats, everybody with money, wants to dig down because it helps them feel better about themselves as a dwarf, you know? It makes them feel like they're doing good when they're not doing shit at all. They're just fucking wasting everybody's time with this.
I'm more worried about what they might uncover if they dig too deep.
I would have.
Think you're worried about it?
Well, they have Morden on their side, so what do they have to worry about, right?
Morden's not on anybody's side. He's not here anymore, if you haven't heard.
Well, I've heard, but clearly most don't believe that.
I just don't get how anybody gets to worship a god in this day and age.
I close my tome rather loudly. Because I hold it in one hand and I kind of snap it shut. And place it back on my hip.
And why is that?
Yes.
Because
I've seen that what's happened to those who used to follow the faith and then all of a sudden it just stops talking to them. And that abandonment and what people do when they feel abandoned, how they respond to it, and doesn't go very well.
Because I've been on this world as long, just before the gods went quiet, right? Because that's my whole backstory, right? And that's... We haven't really figured out what my backstory, like, completely means, but I was placed here by Bahamut. So I'm gonna literally take it that my goal is to find out why this is going on. Like, people believe that the gods are gone. And prove that they're not, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to debate now if I'm going to chime in or not onto this conversation. Because if I do, I blow my whole backstory open.
what about the invokers?
Yeah.
You
There
know,
are
he
those.
probably doesn't know about that. Probably. Just a hunch, seeing as they're usually hunted and killed.
Aren't most of them just killed?
Well,
I mean, there's a
Without
whole
going into-
heretical war going on between all the followers of Bahamut right now.
Well, without going into too much detail, let's just say we have some information that, yeah,
Rubbing
they're
my
not-
temples.
Speaking to this guy's mind, I said the others are not followers of Bahamut.
He's gonna look around.
They are blasphemers, and they will be dealt with in the afterlife by the Queen.
I'm gonna take off my helmet, I'm gonna put it on the dwarf's head and say, this will make it easier for you to talk to people. Just trust me. It's crazy, just think really hard.
Can you even speak without
That
your helmet,
might
though?
be hard.
Well, he can't
Yeah,
speak to me without it.
My helmet lets me speak. I'm not talking to Ryle, I'm not going to
Yeah.
the dwarf, but my helmet gives me telepathy.
Yeah, okay.
It is one of its many awesome powers.
That you never get to use.
When I say many awesome powers, I'm pretty sure it gives me telepathy and a bunch of resistances.
He's gonna look towards both Thrax and Riley. He says, "Look, having religion makes you guys feel more comfortable with things, and by all means, go for it. But I don't have time for that sort of stuff anymore."
And when he says that, I'm going to say into his mind, then, may the Wavering Queen have mercy upon your soul upon your death.
Look, I don't actually care what you believe. Fine. Choice. Whatever. Just please don't harass our religious members for their beliefs.
Nah, just curious. It's nice to meet. Just nice to meet somebody who's not head over heels about digging deeper on the path that has somehow let them talk to Moradin.
I say into his mind, that I can agree with is stupid.
I'm pretty sure that as would I be able to know the alignment of Mordin's?
Moradin's good-natured god, once you
Yeah,
remember.
if I remember correctly, in 4 he's lawful good specifically.
Yep.
I think he's just good, actually.
No, he's
But
well.
either
He's
way,
lawful.
I'm pretty sure he'd prefer if you guys fed all your poor with everlasting rations because those
Well.
are. Oh, what was that?
What?
Cut out.
No,
Okay.
you're fine. I don't know why Chris said Waylon.
No one said Waylon. I don't know.
It was Chris. I know it was Chris. Chris, are you there? I can hear him clicking.
Done.
Is that him clicking?
No,
I'm
that's
not
me.
clicking, so I
I'll
have no
stop.
idea.
Hello?
There.
Hello.
There we are.
There you are.
Alright, what were you
Kinda.
saying, Waylon?
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure as a good-natured deity, I'm pretty sure Moradin would be more pleased with you people if you built a bunch of everlasting rations so if the city didn't starve before digging down to meet him. I'm pretty sure he would be fine waiting a year or two.
Not everyone
Well, no.
can afford your fancy magic food.
It's 840 gold per 5 people forever.
One of the interesting thing about all that, you know, old man Crawl, you probably met back up there.
Yep.
He likes to tell me stories about way back in the day. He actually knew Black Hand personally, you know, before he was strung up in his bed all day long. He said Black Hand wouldn't let something like that happen.
Wouldn't
Really?
let something like what happen? To feed the poor?
No, like wouldn't let this the way the city's become.
Got it. And, this actually is out loud. Interesting.
He said
I'm
that
saying no. I'm saying this out loud for once. Interesting.
Holy shit, it talks.
You do have vocal cords.
He immediately stops talking. He immediately stops talking.
Oh, he's shy.
Oh,
Thrax
is
will
he
just kinda-
embarrassed by his little voicey?
Thrax just kind of frowned for a second.
I smash Cog with my hammer.
Who takes over when Black Hand dies?
He didn't have any kids, so
I got it.
I imagine it would probably be Braithen, though they might hold some kind of council to elect someone new, but I don't think Black Hand's ever gonna die.
There's a
Well,
chance it
How long
could
has
be
he been
me.
alive?
All things die.
Especially when they have assassins after them.
Not robots.
I don't die. I go to the
Not
collective
robots with power
consciousness.
sources within them.
This one comment from this one guy suddenly spawned a lot of. No, it won't.
Death's not final in
Witches don't
D&D.
technically die.
Freaking Does nobody realize what Thrax was referring to?
No, I don't even remember what you said.
Assassins?
Yeah, so all things I, especially when they have assassins after them, was my comment.
Eh,
Well, yeah, we know there's
Black
someone
Hand
after
being
him.
tart, not somebody that's clearly posing as Hoya de la Rosa.
when was this? I speak to this in your mind.
It's still it would still be considered last night, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last night.
And why wasn't I brought into this matter?
Because we weren't. You don't say that out loud, so I don't get to say that.
Nope!
Well, clearly nobody thought to go get you.
I see, we're starting this new party ship on the right foot, I see.
I thought the guards that they said there were no assassins.
Well, I had no
You're an
idea where
idiot,
he was.
X-Men.
I had no
Well,
idea where he was, and we didn't actually find anything either.
Well, these two, he gestures to Hope and Al, thought it would be best not to pry into the matter as it was the business of the dwarves.
Pretty sure the
we-
dwarves said that it was not our. Actually, I wasn't there. I was asleep.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we
You
guys
tried
were all there
tried,
when you said
the dwarf
that.
said no, and they had it handled.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the head. I'll be right back, guys.
Go for it.
That's actually really strange. So, someone is king right. There's one flaw in this plan, and I'll bring it up afterwards. But there's a king who's sick and ill-bodied, and the next person in line is refusing help for the investigation of the assassin of his king.
Well, there's that, and there's also the fact that everyone's calling it an assassination attempt, but what actually stopped the assassin from trying to kill him?
It was
It
really
was
more
much
of
more
a
of a
theft.
death threat than a.
Yeah. And for all we know, it could very well be fake. Someone is trying to stage something.
The question
Or just
is
over
what?
elaborate killing.
I'm
They
sorry,
might
is
be-
this all happening in character?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
my comment was.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone else
Oh, I think Brayton's pretty suspicious. And
Is
yes,
that
it
in character as well?
Yes, that's in
Okay.
character.
Brython?
The guy.
Yeah.
That guy's been that king's best friend since they were brats.
Wouldn't be the first time a best friend has killed someone.
So they're the same age.
Really?
Close.
That's a good point.
Brayton's able-bodied. Did your king just like get sick one day, or is he just really old?
Yeah, he got sick and just never seems to get better, but never seems to get worse either.
It sounds
And
almost like
if
someone is
only
keeping
we had a
him in that
gem
body.
that helped with diseases and poisons. Magically.
I actually suggested that, but it was shot down because it would only last 5 minutes.
All right.
Doesn't.
Is there...
No, those are two separate abilities.
Okay.
Basically, think of every gem having a passive and an active. The active gives you a surge of endurance. The passive is that the gem dulls in the presence of poison.
Now,
Martin!
I was dulling earlier.
Martin!
Yeah, you didn't think to tell us the gem don't.
I honestly
Because he hasn't
completely
told you
forgot
shit about what the gem does.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, no, he's
Yeah,
told me that
right.
it vibrates when it gets near the other one, but
No, I don't think it was ever stated that it would dull in the presence of poisons.
Yes, it
I
was.
did.
I even made the comment, wouldn't it always be dull around me since I breathe poison?
Actively, whenever you breathe poison, it would dull around him.
I honestly don't remember this.
I do.
Yeah, there's basically for every gem, there's a passive and an active, essentially.
Yeah, I remember the active, but I honestly can't remember you having the passive mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So
But,
that would be my bad then. Because if I'd known that, I would have chimed in about it a lot earlier.
I would ask the guy if there's any way to get close to the king to where I can check him.
You want to get in to see him?
Hopefully next to the bed.
Well, we
Well,
can probably get
possible.
in there.
Yeah, like
Alright.
we're still considered their guests.
Yes,
right?
but he would never let us. He would never let us. He let us inside the door, but we weren't allowed to go to the king himself.
Well, if we solve this whole cult thing,
And by
we
the way,
might be
none of
able
you
to
heard
seek
that.
an audience.
Yeah, that's another thing. We can't hear him. Mind stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Forget that.
Yeah, there's that. Sorry.
Right.
Unless he does blast mind talking.
It's confusing.
Can't. Well, I will always state if I'm talking out loud. If I don't say anything beforehand,
Assume
I'll
it's
always
to
assume
whoever-
it's somebody. It's in the mind. I have a really weird character trait when it comes to this, so you have to get used to it.
Yeah, but who were you talking to about that?
I believe I was just talking to the guard about this.
The
Not the
dwarf,
guard,
not
but the
a guard.
dwarf.
He's
Yeah.
not a guard.
I know.
Part of-
You guys, both of you just said it, and I just corrected myself right after I said it. Calm the fuck down, you guys. But no, I was saying it to the dwarven.
Palace. Palace is his name. He's one of the members of Reach.
That's it. I was looking for the word for the name Reach.
Yeah.
Thank God he's not talking about what they do, because I don't need to hear that. He would hate me then. I'm obligated by law to turn him in. Actually, just knowing him, I'm obligated to turn him in. Damn!
I'm sure it'll be fine.
That's why no one plays lawful good characters.
Yep. We'll see how this goes. I'll probably do it right when I leave. I'll be like, say it really correct, run away. Just go, whoop, 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 whoop. So, as you guys were saying, sorry. Oh,
You guys
actually,
seem to be in thought. You were discussing things.
well, yeah, I just asked him if there was a way to get in to
Ow.
meet with the king to actually get close enough to do like a heal check or something like that, to.
It's possible. I don't know if I'll be able to help you get in though. The palace is a lot more fortified than the rest of the city, and I'm suspecting that after an assassination attempt, it's going to be even harder than normal.
You talking about the king now?
Yeah, your friend over here is asking if he can go meet the king.
Well, if we sort out all of this business that we're about to try and sort out, it could be possible we could seek an audience.
It
I
is
s-
very possible that
to
as
hope.
part of clearing out this cold, that we will be clearing out a floor for
Hold on.
the castle to move down.
To hope. The king's not giving us this directive,
No, but we'd be doing the city a benefit.
which is everything is being fed through one man. I don't think doing this quest will get us anywhere near the king.
Well, again,
Well,
it's
there's
part of. Alright, fine.
Shut up, Waylon.
It's also the fact that we did bring the pick back, so we're already in good favor.
With everybody else, we have no idea what the king's actual reactions to since he's been under lock and key the entire time we've been here, and now even with the increased security now, we don't know what is actually coming from the king. As the dwarf here stated, and I motion towards the dwarf, even though I'm not talking out loud, that the king opposed what they're doing now, which means either the king's being controlled, or the king has been taken out of play, and the orders are coming from another man. Nothing
If
we
he's
do
being-
inside the city outside of our own means will get us to the king.
Well, if he's being controlled like you say, it's actually likely that the cult that we're investigating are involved with it.
Then,
Because last time we encountered anyone from this cult, they were controlling a spirit animal.
well, a king is a lot harder than a spirit animal. But then, even if we destroy the cult, that doesn't knock out the person, Braileth, the intermediary person word between
Intermediary.
yes, between the king and us.
No, but we could find proof.
And then you had to find somebody trustworthy enough within the palace.
Or
I say-
someone who hates Brayleth.
I say into the mind of our wizard here, or whatever his name is, Al. Do you trust the wizard?
Not really.
That option's out. I say that into Hope's mind.
Well, what about someone who's actually looking for the benefit of the city?
possible, but that's at the point that at the scale that we're looking at now, it's a whole on coup.
Okay. I'm just gonna help you guys out here. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna give you a list of the people that you basically know within the city. You know, Reina the guard.
What do you name them off? Is there anybody because the ones I've been around the most with my passive and stuff like that, my checks? Is there anybody that I feel that I would feel more comfortable with information that we come across with?
You would trust Otis a lot. He was the leader of the Expedition Legion. You can tell he's loyal to Deep Home, but he's more loyal to his men. He's almost begrudgingly loyal to Deep Home. It's just like, this is my home. This is all I know.
Okay.
I don't want to do this, and I'm going to do the best I can to stall this so I can protect my men.
Got it.
You would get the.
I liked him. I liked him, even though he's an ass. Mm-hmm. I liked him. As your the rest, is there anybody else that I would feel this?
Gundel was with him. That was his friend who was there.
What about Rena?
Rena, you would get Rena. You'd get a great impression about her.
Okay.
She seemed to be into the city, but obviously, since she has connections with the Reach, she's not entirely 100% for the city itself, or not for her. For the.
Well, I can't go to her because of that too, because of my, Bahamut shit.
You wouldn't be able to go to Crawl. And then outside of that, you basically know Braithen.
Okay. How was my vibe with Braithen? I never asked.
Braithen, you just get like a very conflicted man. Just seems very haggard and worn.
Okay.
I'm actually going to pipe up and say, well, from what we know, the king did this expedition stuff. So basically, anyone who's against all this digging could potentially be an ally.
You're saying that openly to anybody, or you're saying that directly to me?
I'm saying that directly to you. Well,
okay.
I'm looking at you, but I'm saying it so everyone can hear it.
Okay. I would reply back with that would be true, but with my beliefs, I cannot aid the Reach. I would have to look for somebody who does not aid the Reach, but aids the common good of this city itself.
Yeah, but I understand your beliefs, and I would never dare to mock your beliefs, but would it not be better to stop one evil, or stop one great evil with the help of a lesser one, and then deal with the lesser one later?
That cannot be justified within the teachings of Bahamut.
What if one of us did it, then, who's not part of a Bahamut covenant?
Did what?
Would that turn us into your enemies?
You would not be my enemy, but I would be obligated to an authority. Just because the whole the whole world is in a chaos right now does not mean that law and order just.
What if
So
somehow
basically, she just said out loud that she wouldn't by her reaction that you guys are all here that I would turn all of you in for something.
Well, what if, say, they got an anonymous tip and they ended up doing good because of it?
How about this? If I don't know about it, I can't do anything about it.
Excellent. That's what I wanted to get to. We have an understanding.
But I will warn you, I am very good at deceiving or finding out deception.
Would it be deception if it's done for the common good?
If it goes outside the lines of my boundaries, yes.
Fascinating. This has been very interesting. I'm going to ponder this.
Whole conversation, nobody only got to hear. Everybody only hear one side of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like looking at. Whenever Hope speaks, they look at her. Then they look over at me, who's quiet, and then they look back at Hope when she starts talking.
Stimulating conversation.